Okay. There, I think we're all set. Now we have to kind of move this. There we go. Good.
Wow.
It's automatic.
With a wave of your hand.
No, you can do it. You can do it, set it up automatically to do its thing. Okay, then. I call the meeting to order. And we have everybody who is currently a board member because Michael has asked not to be reappointed. And and the select board has not appointed anyone. So at this stage, there were just four of us.
I saw that the moderator was advertising for it.
Oh, he is?
She is, yeah.
He is?
Yeah, I saw a town announcer, something.
Okay, well, I hope,
From Nettie, and it
Well,
was
then-
for Finance Committee and Capital Planning.
okay.
She was saying both of these.
Well, because, but the thing is with Michael, Michael was not a member of Finance Committee. He was an at-large like I am. So it doesn't have to be a member of,
So,
I know FinCom has vacancies, as I understand it.
well, we have to,
Yeah,
and FinCom only needs to have one representative in this committee.
yes.
If,
Oh,
if
I
the
thought-
treasurer
mhm.
is on this committee.
But the treasurer is,
If
and can,
it's not,
Right.
then the finance committee needs to have two.
right. Yeah, because,
That's why we're here.
yeah, Ryan is just too swamped,
Yeah,
absolutely too swamped.
I wish he was more involved myself, but yeah, I understand.
Yeah, so do we all
Just for a
understand.
number of different towns.
Yeah, I think it's like 6 towns and 3 school districts or
Yeah.
something.
He's a worker, be that one.
Oh, yes, he really is. But as a result, there's no way he can
Yeah.
partake in me
Yeah.
like this. And so therefore it's,
I'm not sure we would need him anyways,
No.
because we don't make decisions based on the town's finances.
Right.
And that's what
No.
he does.
right,
That's his thing.
so he can advise the.
To some extent, we're bringing that perspective in because we
Yeah.
have it, we're working on the budget, but otherwise. And so I was talking, yeah, we don't need.
No. No, but anyway, so we need another one and it does not have to be, and maybe I should get a hold of Nettie and advise her that it does not have to be a member of the finance committee.
Well, she'll probably tell you who,
Well, I hope she
she'll
does.
probably let you
before-
know who raised their hand. You'll be lucky if you got one.
Yes,
And
I'm
I
sure.
don't think she's thinking like that, but certainly if she is, you can let her know,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
Sticking around for,
Okay,
Yeah, I mean, I got asked, I said
Oh,
I'm
okay.
willing, I'm willing to, so.
great, thank you, thank you.
I mean, I don't think anybody's gonna like, oh, I
No,
would rather do
they're
this.
not.
Well, thank you very, very much for all of you sticking around for another year.
yeah, let's see what happens.
Okay.
I'm gonna miss Michael. Michael had
Yeah.
really good perspective.
Yes, he did, but he, of course, with Rita having gotten off the select board, he has opted not to get involved in anything so that they can travel and they were grandchildren else.
And he's a busy guy. He's working for Habitat for Humanity, so he can.
Oh, he is?
Oh, yeah. He's got projects.
Excuse me.
He's not staying.
They're about to do one in Pelham.
They might be doing one in Shrewsbury.
Well, I know they're doing one in Pelham because that is one of my fraternal orders. That is their project for the year is support Habitat. And we've been asked the end of August to try to get together to help for a day to build this thing in Pelham. I don't know where it is. I know nothing about it. Yes, I know we might have one here.
Yeah, so he's the guy.
Okay, so review work to date on multi-year capital acquisition schedule, which is what I'm calling it.
Yes. Are we gonna go over the minutes first?
I didn't put it on the agenda, so
Oh.
we will go over it next time. Thank you very much
Yeah,
for
sorry,
doing them.
that was a little,
That's okay.
you sent that and I sent that at almost
Yeah.
the same time.
No, your timing was fine. I mean, I had a chance to look at them. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll save it for next time.
I'll bring it next time, because I had to do this time to get it onto the magic machine here.
So this is the old one, right? We're all familiar with that.
Yes,
Yes.
that is the old one.
I mean, historically, and I know we talk about this at the post office, historically, at annual town meeting, Ellen, you can correct me, but that used to be on the table for.
Yes, it did. Yes,
and
it
people
did.
used to be able to look at it.
But one of the big problems with it, of course, was the money numbers they had were not appropriate.
They are now, that's for sure.
Right.
That,
Yeah.
so. As annual town meeting approached in April and May, there was a request from the community, probably Amanda, for the capital.
Yes.
schedule.
I have received
Yes.
one since then too. as well as a request for what is going to be on the 27 budget. And I said, I won't know until after February 1st.
Right. Totally.
Of-
Totally.
Yeah, right. Somebody's asking for it now.
The same person.
Yeah, okay. So I sent that. I had it electronically. And I said the most recent one was done in 2024. And the request came to me from the interim town clerk,
Mhm.
acting town, whatever his
Yeah.
title was. And I just said, we're working on it now, but this is the most recent one. The numbers are a little under, a little under actual. So, you know. But I did start a spreadsheet
Mm-hmm.
and basically I have it in database formats. The first column is elementary school, highway department, police, and then all the things that go with those next to it. I can blow this up so I can just kind of give you an idea of what.
Is there a way we can get it up on the?
There's a possibility, and this is a work in progress, so I wouldn't
Yeah.
spend too much time thinking about it, but basically got the elementary school here. And then I've got regional school projects, library, town hall, so they're all on here.
Yeah.
I think I probably got to go up, actually. That's where the police and the highway and the fire departments are.
Yeah.
And then I've got a list because we did get a list
Yeah.
a couple years ago from many of these. So for those.
Oh, we got it last this past.
Some people, so the people sent them in like Lenny did. I put them over here. So I list the department and then all the things in the department that are going to be recurring get their own line. And then next to it, I just have. What am I doing here? Column C. No,
Did you
There it
hide
is.
it for some reason?
It's because I got titles set. I got to clear titles, so because it's not going to fit on this screen.
Hmm.
Let me just. So it's always keeping columns A and B no matter what I
Right,
do, which is
right.
just too much. Well, actually, you know what I do? I'll just make A really small. I don't make it small. It would fit everything. I'll just do that. So. And then I have what's on the old schedule.
Mhm.
And I just made sure that everything on the old schedule made it to the new schedule. In other words, they didn't miss something.
Yeah.
And for the ones that they did, I think I do have them highlighted down here. Yeah, I've got some. So, so I saved a record of that, but it's really not a part of what we're trying to do here. It's just going to help when we have conversations with department heads. But
Yeah.
yeah, so again, the department. I don't know where get myself oriented. So the department and then its assets,
Mhm.
so you can see
Yeah.
the cruisers for the police department. And then the next column, when this thing is done, is going to be this column. When was it placed in service?
Mhm.
The existing one?
As per what the department heads told us.
We're gonna have
We couldn't get it off of some document.
Right, and then the cost, and then the useful life, what the expected life is, and then we have the years. And in each year,
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
hitting this with my wrist. For each year.
Yeah.
We'll drop those numbers into the year. So if it's a 6-year life, we bought it in 22, I would drop it in
In
2028.
28.
The only thing is, we should probably index it for inflation.
That's what I was
Yeah,
gonna say. Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, because that's clearly what we haven't been doing.
Yeah.
And the thing is, how do you predict inflation? But,
Well, we could establish a baseline,
a conservative
a
number.
conservative baseline.
Yeah.
That's about the only thing you can do.
So I'll build,
Say like 2% or something.
I'd say higher than that.
yeah, I would too. I'd go with 4.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I was thinking 4 as well.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I just don't see,
No, I don't see it going back down to 2.
no time soon. And certainly in history, it's funny because through my,
Yeah.
before I retired, for the decades before I retired, inflation was like 2%, 1%. We were so used to inflation being so low. It was amazing. And those days are over. We can't count on that. Yeah, we can't count on that. In municipal government especially, we're seeing it. So I'll try to figure out how to do that. If I can get a formula in there that can do that, I'll try and do that. I haven't really figured that out. But the layout makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Which department, what is on their list? What's its life, when was it in service, what's its life, and what's it cost?
That's
And
perfect.
then extrapolating. So it's a question of making sure we got the right data. I think it's a
Yeah.
real project here.
We have to watch out for things that have been bought secondhand though. Because when we got them wasn't when they were new.
Well, then the life for the current one should be much
Yes,
shorter.
should be,
Yeah.
And
yeah,
that's, again, that's up to the,
Calculate.
yeah,
yeah, that's up to the department heads.
that's right.
So I don't know how you want to approach the department heads on this. Like I gave this list to Dave.
Mhm.
Remember you had individual lists
Yes,
for each department? And I gave Dave his.
yeah,
I never got it back. And I didn't bother him for it. Yeah, because I was bugging him about his capital budget. I was bugging him about his operating budget. He was complaining about snow all winter long. And it's like,
well, then that's time perhaps now.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
it was
Yes.
very
For a lot of-
intensive.
For everybody, I think.
yes.
Yeah.
It's probably a good time now to give it to them.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. I mean, how do you think we should approach getting this information from them? You know,
But we had some of it from.
well, here, let me,
I know
so
he,
let me
I
tell you.
know he gave us some.
I know we got information from police and fire,
Mhm.
and I think elementary school, you gave me a lot of stuff.
I gave you a lot of stuff and we're gonna work on that. We're gonna go through, I'm gonna go through with Caitlin, we're gonna go through the kitchen
Okay,
and go with Matt, and go with each sub-department in the school and figure out what the kitchen needs for the next 10+ years, you know. So
And-
we'll figure that out.
okay, so you have the list.
Yep, and I shared it with you and
Yes.
we'll update it periodically. Yeah.
Right, okay, so you're gonna be starting with the list that you gave me.
Yep.
Good, and so that's good. So we've got elementary school covered.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It looks like highway and fire, police and fire, we're in pretty good shape, although maybe we want to bring people in and just show them what we have.
I think it's a good idea.
Or we could send them what we
Yeah,
have
that'd
and
be
say, what do you think of this?
Yes, I think that's a good idea. And not to bring them in and bother them.
Okay,
Can you post this on like the Shutesbury website? Is
Once
that
we get it finished, maybe, but not before.
not a working thing?
No, we don't
Well-
want working things out in public
Gotcha.
until we're sure we have
Yeah,
everything
that
right.
makes sense. It makes sense. But to appease these
No, we,
citizens, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
To send it out to appease
no,
people?
no.
no, I don't think, no, not at this point. Because what the citizens asked for, we're giving an old version of.
Okay,
And nobody
Giving
gets
them-
this until we're done.
okay.
Yeah.
It's because if we make a mistake or whatever,
We don't want to,
we used to, there was a person on the finance committee who insisted that she post the minutes of the meeting right after the meeting before they were approved, because people were complaining.
gotcha.
And so she did, and we're at annual town meeting, and the guy gets up and says, you talked about this and it wasn't in the minutes. Well, they're draft minutes. We hadn't had a chance to talk about them. And so I don't want to put anything out
Gotcha.
there.
Makes sense.
You should never put it.
I'm just trying to like see how we're, gonna address these
Well, we're
concerns.
going to address it properly in that this is not ready. A current version is not ready. And therefore we don't have one. And if we don't have one, we can't give it to you.
That's right. And we'll give you the
That's
one we have.
That's what the law says.
No, and we're giving them the one we have. We're giving them the one that is completed and we're updating it. And once it's updated, sure, we'll be happy to share it. And when we produce it, I might hide the place and service costs and useful life and just have the department, the asset and the years and the
Yeah.
dollars, because that's what
Yes.
we always gave.
Yes, yes,
The purpose for the life, the cost and the place and service is so we can figure out where to put them in the matrix of time.
exactly.
So,
And that's what we would present at town meeting, hopefully in May.
yeah, we print them and put them on the table. I mean, like,
Yeah.
so, or, post them on the websites. I hope there's a point in history, in the future where people can just, I don't know how you're gonna do that. We got piles of paper on the tables.
No,
Yeah.
And wouldn't it be great if everybody could just walk in with a tablet, but not everybody has tablets.
Not everybody even has computers.
people
And-
did
or
approach
printers.
me at town meeting asking for the capital planning. I told you that,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
that I was approached and said we need, that there needs to be information.
Well, we know that. That's why we're
Yeah,
operating,
yeah.
but we couldn't put it together when the when people started requesting it, we weren't in a position to even be able to find the old one, much less anything else.
Yeah, right, we got that from, I think, AJ or somebody.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I had a copy of it, so I passed it along. I mean, it wasn't, what I gave them wasn't bad, we just know the
No.
numbers are too low. And
Drastically
it's a 2-year-old
documented.
document and, so.
And also,
8%.
actually,
It's
it's,
from 2 years.
I think it's older than that. I think it was supplemented by through 24.
Well, honestly, I think it needs to be, I think it needs to be on our agenda every year and we,
Oh, yeah. Oh, it does.
maybe once a year, send it to all the department heads and say, here's what we got, tell us if there's anything else. One observation I made, I noticed, when you look at all the warrant articles requesting funding for assets, right?
Yeah.
Capital purchases, half of those things were never on this list,
Yeah.
and they never would be. Digitizing.
Yeah.
Town hall, that's,
I don't even know why that should have been to us, really. It's not physical.
it's not capital,
It's not capital.
it's true,
I mean, it really, it's a one-shot deal,
yeah. that's-
so it's not capital.
Right,
So it shouldn't have been there.
yeah, we could have told her, you don't need our approval. Get the
Yep.
finance committee to give you your money, you got our approval.
Yeah.
Cause it's not capital, and the curtain in the.
Yeah.
In the elementary school.
That was too small.
Well, and that's the other thing, right? $10,000, right? Is that the limit?
I don't remember.
15.
Is it
15 for our stuff, but not for capital.
Oh, I don't.
No, I'm not talking about how much the curtain costs. I'm talking about,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
no,
what's-
I think it's 5.
And that,
5,000.
I think it might be, but it's a one-shot deal. Again,
It's not a recurring.
not a recurring thing over 3 years old. I mean, it's like, come
how
on.
many things are gonna have to become capital? I mean, it's
Yeah.
not gonna be long before replacing batteries in a fire alarm is gonna cost $5,000. I mean, that's a low number.
I know it is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know, well, maybe we ought to, and I don't know where that would have to go before town meeting, I think, it's changing the
That's
bylaw.
really good.
Is it in the bylaw?
It's a bylaw.
Yeah, it's,
But to adjust for inflation.
indexing.
Yeah, index
We
it.
should be indexing any number like that. should be
Yeah.
It's like a really small thing.
Yeah.
It is very small. I mean, right now, what is it, one of the weeks in July, they're gonna be replacing the fire alarm system in this building.
Mhm.
I don't know what that's costing. We never saw it. Which is kind of interesting.
I think it was $8,000 and.
Oh, okay.
Already given funds.
Yeah, okay.
That's a while ago.
Oh, okay, but I don't recall we ever,
Wasn't that annual town meeting in FY, do you remember?
I
I
don't know,
think it was FY 20.
because they're not doing it till July.
I thought that was approved a year ago.
Oh, could have been.
Yeah, I'm mistaken.
No,
That is the thing. It's like these things that pop up
Yeah.
throughout the year that you're like, whoa, this is more than $5,000.
Yeah.
I need this pronto.
Around the
We
room,
gotta come to,
should we put that on? Should we put that on? Should
I
we-
know.
we have had that problem come up the last 2 years.
Yeah.
After we had gotten the requests in and everything else, and something else pops up on us.
Yeah. The sprayer,
Yeah,
excuse me, I'm just gonna,
yeah.
That's real. That's a really good point. And I've usually talk, that's bylaw that you have to bring to the town and say, we want to change this bylaw and raise it from 5.
it's in the bylaw. Huh?
Yeah, I believe it is.
Makes sense.
I'm pretty sure it is.
So we would have to bring that to the town somehow?
Yeah, it'd be a warrant article. It'd be a warrant article, but just change the language in the bylaw. I assume, and a bylaw might require 2/3 vote. I don't know.
I don't know that.
I mean, one, right? Like.
To amend it, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know my laws on bylaws.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm thinking like amend the Constitution
Yeah,
has a higher bar
yeah.
than just majority vote.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm thinking changing a bylaw, maybe that's at the same level.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
And that could result in a bigger problem. Somebody could decide to take it down more.
Well, if there's a campaign against it, you're gonna have a problem.
Yeah.
Because getting 1/3 of the people,
Yeah.
if there's a campaign, there's,
But I mean, they could decide to amend it downwards, so it's $1,000.
Yeah, they're gonna love that. We're gonna love that. It's so much work for us.
It'd be impossible.
Yeah.
Okay, it's something else we don't know though with the regional high school and junior high is what they have coming up. We never know that until it hits us.
so I'll take, finance committee can take responsibility for that, because we go to the 4-town meeting and we're.
I know.
given a presentation, and the last page is always the capital. And it has the items that are coming,
Uh-huh.
it has the capital, and basically, we're just going to put one line for them,
Mhm.
and it's what their capital plan
Yeah.
is. If we can break it out between different assets, maybe I'll do that. But it's not gonna be at the level of detail
No.
like we're gonna get from the elementary school here,
Right.
so. But
I'm just, what concerns me is the things that we don't know about that all of a sudden, like last year at the special town meeting. When they brought up something and had us vote to spend money on something, the school roof.
no school roof,
Yeah, and that wasn't obviously something that had maybe not been anticipated because it came up for us on a special town
it's not a
meeting.
capital plan, but it got moved forward.
Yeah,
But it's a mess. I mean, that thing was long over.
but you know, one of the things that we have to watch out for or somehow stress in our document is that even the timing of replacement isn't set in stone.
That's right. And people need to understand that because one of the concerns that people have with this, I know you're gonna say it. Well, it says here, I get a grader this year. Well, how's your grader? Oh, it's fine, but I want a new one. You know?
Yeah,
So,
or having moved forward, the police department had to replace cruisers back to back because of issues with bruisers.
I would,
That wasn't what was planned, but things happen.
well, I think if we communicate with the department heads semi-annually, annually, probably just annually, we'll just always have that caveat of communication.
Yeah.
This is a guideline that helps us get an idea of when we might be replacing things. It is not a promise. Or do we want to word that?
And we'll never get that through some people.
That's okay. If we have it in writing, we can just say, remember that what we wrote?
Yeah,
Remember what we
Yeah.
said?
yeah.
Yeah, you're here asking for this, but doesn't sound like you really need it. And
Well,
having it on a piece of paper, on this form doesn't mean you get it. This schedule doesn't mean you get it.
But it isn't that so much as it was, well, this isn't supposed to be replaced for another 5 years, therefore we can't replace it now. I've heard that so often at town meeting. No matter how bad the thing is.
Yeah, well, and that's where the department heads have to be able to sell.
Lenny did a really good job.
Yeah, that's good. I know he had pushback, but
Oh, I'm sure he did.
well, at that dollar amount, pushback is natural.
Yeah.
And, you know, to some extent, you want it.
Yeah,
You
but he
want
did a
some
really good job.
questions. Want to vet these things. So
Sounds like you're well under control. So now we have to get these lists then out to the department heads.
I'm gonna send this to everybody.
Okay,
So you can all look at it. So going down the line, so I said the fire department did a good job, but I did notice there were things that he didn't put on the list. And I'm not sure he should, he needs to, but
like what?
breathing air packs,
Okay, it is conceivable that he either gets a grant for them or the association pays for them.
and I think that might be in his operating budget too, but
Oh, they may be in his operating
Yeah.
budget.
Talked about-
yeah, we got a
I don't
line.
remember the detail, but like that.
Yeah, that and hoses.
Yeah,
We,
so we should,
a cap,
right,
it's not capital, but it's equipment.
so therefore, if he has an equipment line item and he's using that to buy this, then we shouldn't have it in ours.
Maybe not. And that's probably true.
Or have it in ours with a caveat, because there may be a time when he can't get it in his operating budget for whatever reason.
Yeah. I don't think the finance committee would ever do that, but you know, we might find ourselves in a very,
Yeah, exactly.
looking at what happened other times.
Maybe have it in a different color on the sheet to indicate that it's coming through the.
Oh, we could do that. Oh, yeah, or we could say, you know, placed in service and we could say annually, operating budget funded.
Yes,
Just not
That's
have any
good.
dollar amounts for.
that's good. Yeah, that would work for all those kind of things.
I'm just gonna put shorthand here for that.
Yeah, no, whatever you need. But that does make a lot of sense.
Yeah, so we'll have it on there. The other one was his parking lot. We've been talking about paving his parking lot forever. And it just isn't happening. And I know part of the problem with that is the oil, the gas leaks underneath.
Yes. Is that done finally? I don't think we're still retaining money for potential more problems,
Still
aren't we?
monitoring, which means
Yeah.
there's the possibility of,
And how many more years are they monitoring?
I don't know.
This has been
that I-
forever now.
That I don't know.
This is the town hall.
No,
Fire department. So right now I'm talking about fire stuff.
yeah,
Yeah, so that's something we've been talking about for a while. And then there's the fire station alarm system was on the list in the past. and it's not on there now.
I
Yeah,
have to find out.
oh, parking lot paving was on there too.
Yeah, oh, it's been on there forever.
Right, but when we got back the list from Lenny, he did not include those things.
Yeah.
So the question is, and he didn't include hoses, but again, hoses like breathing apparatus,
Probably.
probably, yeah,
The only catch is with the breathing apparatus and their gear, the rules on what they have to have or how they have to be made have recently changed.
again,
Well, recently with.
how much more stringent can they be?
Years, well, within the last 2 or 3 years, at least from what Lenny told me, that, because of the danger to the firefighters. And the potential of nasty things being given off.
Sure, oh, absolutely.
So as a result, it may require a complete new set of gear. Now, hopefully the federal government or state government or whatever will not start requiring us to do it. That would be devastating.
Very nice that they came up with some money.
Well, that's it.
All right, so that, I just named, and the fifth thing is the building.
Yeah.
So those are 5 things he didn't have on the list. that you-
The big building, right?
But building, and it doesn't necessarily even have to be building, it could be a new building, it could be any renovation that they might need done to the building.
Yeah.
You know, if he gets this new truck and he tries to back it in and he can't fit it.
That's happened.
Yeah, apparently that's a conversation, right? He addressed that on town floor, right?
Yeah. Yes, he did.
I was unable to make it myself, so.
But he's convinced they'll fit. But no, but you've got to realize that that building or the addition onto it was built by hand by the members of the department. It wasn't
Yep, back in the good old days.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Things were done.
And that's how it was done. I don't know about the original fire
Imagine
station.
regulations that you would have facing you if you were building a fire station right now.
Oh, my God. No, I don't want
That's
to
the
think
way the guys are coming up with their hammers, spare wood and putting it together.
anymore.
My father-in-law was a fireman and that's what those guys did.
Yeah, I know
When
that.
they weren't working, they all built their own homes. They all built second homes. They had cabins in the woods, all of them. And
Yeah.
they all just, they got scrap woods and scrap whatever, and they just built homes. You know,
They did.
those guys were all born in the 20s, 100 years ago, but. All right, so that's the story with the fire department.
Mhm.
So. I'm not sure the best way to approach that, but what I can do is send this, and those are in red. So when you all open this up, you'll see they're in red and you'll see I don't have really any data to the right of them. And then the highway department. I got a whole bunch of stuff. He did give us the list,
Mhm.
but he didn't fill in
I know.
the useful life and all that.
I don't
So
think he knows what it is.
give
And
me
I don't think he knows the cost because a lot of it was bought before he was here.
I'm gonna follow up with him
Yeah,
and I'm gonna ask him for that schedule back
Right.
with that data.
yeah.
So I'll work on his. And then Nate, you're gonna work on the school. And the police I had no issues with. Everything he had on there was basically what was there before. And then, skip the elementary school, and I don't think in the regional school, I'll skip. So I don't know if we need to talk to the librarian. Do we need to talk? I mean,
Brand new building.
she, let's see what she had. So it used to be new library building, state grant, friends of library funds.
Yeah,
library
that was
fund.
fundraising arm.
Yeah, none of this stuff is relevant with the new
No.
building. And slate roof repair, yeah, so really there was nothing.
Okay, the slate roof repair was for the building here though.
That's right.
That, and we also should perhaps keep that building there because based on what I saw in the paper recently, the committee finally came through with a recommendation.
Right,
Yeah,
water
And yeah,
and
about time.
how much was that gonna cost?
I think what are they talking, 100,000,
Yes,
something like that.
what are we gonna use it for? Michael Broad,
Well,
Michael Broad thought, it's like, take the thing down. It's like, it's not.
that's what he said. If we rebuild a new one for way less than restoring.
Yeah,
it's a historic building and you're gonna get into trouble if you try that, that's for sure.
my wife thinks we should sell it. We should advertise it online. She said, there are people who are gonna wanna buy it. they'll bring a truck up here and they'll put it on the truck and drive it away. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think people would.
I
It's a historical building, right? It's.
It is, that's why you can't really,
Small, like, I mean, you know, it would cost how much to like, I mean, move it.
You can fit on a truck. My question is, will it take the bumps?
yeah, really.
What it'll look like when they get it to their destination?
But we are desperately in need of space here in this building,
Yeah.
for those of us that are working here. And that's why the idea of, and the police need privacy.
I mean, I've always thought the police. And why not add on to the fire station for the police? I don't know, obviously.
But we don't know what the conditions are, whether the soil would take it or anything.
Yeah, right, in the regulation.
And the regulations, right?
Yeah, well, we'll have to see what moves on with that building. I think you're right,
I think we should get, we definitely should have that building on the list.
Well, here, let me add it then.
Just because we don't know what's coming up. And there's your slate roof.
So I'll add it and I'll call it old library building, not library.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now what about the old town hall?
So we have town hall and we have town hall administration.
Yeah, but the town hall, I think is still this building.
Will you want to make it a separate category?
I think so. That's a separate building. And they keep talking about the idea of a vault and all that, so somewhere here.
Do we have a buildings committee on that? Like a,
Well, we were supposed to, I had contacted the building committee, and never heard back from them on anything. Way back when we were first sending out this information. And as you, I'm sure you know, they came up with they surveyed every building that the town owns and came up with huge lists, some of which had to be done immediately. And I think that's where the whole fire alarm here came from. But there's other things that, there are problems.
Yeah. So for the old library building. Want me to put water and septic?
Yeah, put it on
I'm
there.
making two separate lines.
Yeah, well,
Just to start.
yeah, just to start. I think we ought to ask the building committee to come in and talk to us, because they have this master list of what the buildings need,
That sounds.
and it's huge. Last thing I heard, it was 100 lines and a huge spreadsheet for every, 100 lines for all the buildings, and
You know, Haley requested for the finance committee to provide funding for a facilities manager.
I know I saw that.
Of course, there's no money for that, but
No,
she's not half wrong.
no, she isn't.
So call it Old Town Hall.
Yeah.
So we got old library building and we got Old Town Hall. Our two new categories. And right now, for the library building, I have well and septic, two separate
Yeah.
ones.
Because we don't know what other kind of improvements would have to be made to make it useful for,
Right, we might have to add something else. For Old Town Hall, I really don't have anything.
I don't know.
So again, like you said, it's the buildings committee could help us. Town hall administration,
Well, was that Haley's thing? The administration piece,
yes.
but yeah,
We do have some things listed for town hall administration, finance software, Vadar.
well, we're already doing that. We have Vadar, all three of us.
All right, well, I don't know why that's on there. HVAC, parking lot and kitchen renovation. Those are 4 items.
Well, the kitchen renovation, part of that was the idea of making the kitchen smaller and doing and creating maybe, I don't know if it was the police department down here. There were certain things being talked about, being thrown around, and I have no idea what it was, why the kitchen needed to be renovated, except they were gonna make it smaller so they could do something. I can't even remember what it was.
Okay. So we've talked about all the departments.
Yeah,
I'll send this to everyone so you can look at it. Again, it's got the department, it's got their items that we have received recently.
yeah,
I've got the old items in another column, which is going to go away at some point. Then I have to place the service costs and useful life in the grid.
Super.
We can all look at it, think about it, be ready for our next meeting to talk about the next
Sounds
step.
wonderful. We
Do
appreciate
you have
you.
road projects on there?
No, we shouldn't be in,
Separate from, on here, it's separate from highway department.
I know. I can't figure out
This
why.
has
we
like the
should-
culvert
Oh, culverts, but
and the capital stabilizing and the borrowing and the net culvert.
Culverts is not a bad idea, but why not put it under highway department?
Yeah, I don't know.
because it's capital.
We can talk to him about that.
This has its own road
But that was,
projects.
that culvert was because that was an emergency.
Yeah, but we got lots of culverts.
I know we do, we got a huge number of culverts. Now, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm not sure, FERCog, I know, has been doing surveys of towns and determining how many culverts they have and what condition they're in. Now, I don't know if they've done us or not.
I know that Mateo was asking about that
Okay,
earlier this year and had like some town meeting. I meant to go to it. Because we have a culvert on our street, but he reached out to people to talk to map out the culverts.
well, the nice thing is FERCog will do it for nothing. And they're professionals at it.
We can reach out to Mateo and
I'll
ask,
tell you what, I will give them a call tomorrow and see.
and ask what Mateo, maybe ask Mateo what he.
I will,
came
I'll
up
see. What's Mateo in? I think he's in tomorrow. Okay,
with, See what he came up with.
Yeah, if he's done the legwork,
Yeah.
yeah,
we should definitely leverage.
I'll call FERCog on
I
it.
also think Dave hopefully was involved in that conversation. He should be. But yeah, that makes sense to have culverts on this list,
Yeah.
guardrails, anything else. I mean, then again, things that are always gonna be paid for by chapter 90, do we want them on this list?
Well, the problem
We're
is,
not gonna make it
right,
on the capital budget schedule, which by the way, I was gonna get to that, but I'll get to that in a minute. But so what goes on this list? What doesn't go on this list?
Well, I think chapter 90, things don't go on this list.
Don't go on
No.
this
Right.
list.
is it funded by
Gonna
outside
get
sources?
people riled up if you
Yeah,
start putting
Well-
so many things on here.
but the
Yeah.
culvert, that big culvert that we had to replace and that we currently still having problems. No, we didn't use then and we had to go out and borrow because it was what,
No, so
humongous
that's like-
amounts of money.
So that just supports the concept of putting culverts on this list.
Yeah,
We are also gonna have a bunch of logging. The state's gonna come and log Cooleyville Road and Town Farm.
Yeah, that's happening, huh?
That's gonna happen. And so they're gonna be driving over those culverts
wonderful.
and gonna be putting a lot of wear and tear
Yep, those things.
on those dirt roads, you know?
So heavy.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna look real quick.
run a log, I hate
They're doing it. I mean, I saw them the early spring.
marking.
Well, they marked and then I saw a bunch of trucks that were doing a bid. There must have been bidding.
I know there was a lot of pushback or a lot of conversation.
Yeah.
That's, so
Yeah,
They
it's gonna be
overrun
fun.
it, they
Fun
can-
times.
not for you. Yeah, I don't see culverts on the list of chapter 90 things. That doesn't mean it isn't, because this is equipment.
Yeah, I'll see,
I'd have to look.
find out about that.
But yeah, if it can be paid for by chapter 90, then let's keep it
I
off.
wonder if that,
Or any other
anything.
thing. I mean, there are things on here, grants may come up for,
Yeah.
and that's just the way it is.
We hope.
Yeah, we do hope. I mean, we can't.
Yeah, David did not get the grader. Two other towns around here that have multiple
Lebanon.
graders got them,
Leverage.
Leverett and New Sale,
Yeah,
and we didn't.
I know.
And he thought it was maybe because we had too much chapter 90 money in the bank. Interesting idea. I don't know.
That's a possibility, but
Yeah.
he's gonna spend it. He's gonna.
I know. Well, he's paving.
Over 300,000.
I know he's paving.
Yeah, so, and he had told us, I don't know if who else was, it might have been this committee that he told me for sure, he thought, well, don't worry about it. If we don't get it, we'll bid for it next year. They told me I'll still have a good chance. So it turns out that's not an option. That's.
No, furthermore, it looks like it's 2 years, a 2-year bid wait.
Is that what it is? He's got.
That's what, yeah, it's 2 years.
Okay,
But
that's,
he did say he had found another source. Another way of getting it.
oh,
He just showed me that recently, and I'm not sure whether it was leasing or what. I didn't ask him anything about it because he was running one way and I was running the other, so to speak. And,
I'll ask him.
but he did say that he had found something, another way to be able to do this, maybe out of chapter 90, but I don't know.
I'll ask him.
Yeah.
New Salem got one.
I think it was New Salem.
Well, my wife
Wendell and
had one sitting
it was,
on their
it
highway.
was Leverett and somebody else right around here. And I can't remember. I don't.
I know Leverett was one of them.
Yeah, I know Leverett was one
Being
of them too.
that was in the paper because they were in the Gazette. So very disappointing. So now, if he comes back next year and we forward it to the finance committee and it gets approved, the finance committee's gonna have to figure out how to fund it.
Yeah,
I'm still gonna press him on chapter 90 for a big down payment for it. Because
But
we're
it-
facing.
but if he's gonna spend 300,000 to, I don't know how much is in his budget for, but he has.
Close to 500, he's got a lot of money in chapter 90, but he said his bid a year ago for West Pelham Road was over 300,000, and since the war, all that stuff has gone up.
Yeah,
So he might be looking at 400,000 just to do that one road.
yeah.
That's a big
And
difference.
I thought he's got 2 roads planned for this year and then a couple of, and a couple of small roads too, the real little diddly thing.
Oh, I'm sure he's got others. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
he's
sure he
got-
does, but that's a big one.
Or 3, yeah, I
Because of the
know,
length.
I know.
Because of the length.
And with, that's something.
Yeah, right. It's a heavily used road.
Oh, yeah,
It's-
I live on it, I know.
Well, it looks like Pelham's gonna do the bottom of the S's, at least down where. that-
Yeah, they are.
Thankfully, that road has been a mess.
Yeah, they are doing it.
But in our town, there's a lot of patching that's been going on.
Oh.
Go down to the lake, he patched all of Wendell Road. It's
Yeah.
Just patch. It's-
Yeah,
I ride a bicycle around all these roads. It's not fun.
no, I'm sure.
So, I did want to tell everybody that the capital, the finance committee's got a long-range plan put together.
Okay.
And the first question out of everybody's mouth in the meeting was, we need to include free cash. We need to figure out reserves. And they're right.
Yeah.
It's a capital budget.
Yeah,
So it's a different animal.
right.
So I built
Uh-huh.
it and I sent it to AJ. And so finance committee very much wants to have this done so that we can put it in to the capital plan. You know what the capital budgets look like. So
Yeah,
we got the starting balances. Now we need to know what we're gonna spend, when we're gonna spend it, because that'll help us determine how our cash flow is gonna be
Yeah.
with our cash reserves in the long run. So that's in the background on this.
Sure.
But it's gonna wait till this is done, and so it's not a big, it's not a pressure point for
Yeah.
us, but the finance committee is gonna take it to the next level.
good.
We're gonna use this.
I'm glad to hear it.
For planning.
I'm glad to hear it.
So, yeah, we've added a lot of stuff from last year. The finance committee's doing great. I don't know, what do you think next? So you got, one other thing about this, just so you all know, and so when you see it. At the very bottom, I have. Not the very bottom, but. Where am I here?
Ooh, I think you want that.
Oops, I keep leaning on that. I've got each department listed and the totals
Mhm.
for each year. So here's your departments and there's the totals and then the dollar amounts. Okay, yeah, so year 26, all the things that we put in or had in there, you can see the grand total.
Mhm.
So when we have the years and we're dropping everything into
Yeah.
the matrix, there's a grand total. And then at the bottom, I summarize it by department. That's the
Nice.
part that the finance committee is going to use in the capital budget. But
Nice.
yeah, so we can really see by department
Yeah,
how how the requests are going to come to us.
that's very nice.
So just be aware of that when I send it out. And yeah, let's look at it. I'll talk to the highway department. You're working on elementary school and then let's all just look at this, see what we think, come back with your ideas. I'm willing to do whatever we think is necessary as a committee.
Great,
And
super.
then I think after that, we need to talk to the department heads to make sure we got this right.
Yeah.
Figure
Yeah.
out, think about how we can do that. What's the best way to do that? Maybe some come in, maybe some don't. I don't know. I mean, we got representation from the elementary school, so maybe Frank and others want to come with you, or maybe you're comfortable just giving it to us. And that's one department we don't have to meet with. And I'll talk to Dave and see what I can get from Dave, and maybe we do or we don't have to meet with him. So the questions for Dave are, well, finish what you started, and then let's talk about the culvert.
Yes,
And
and I will see what I can find out from FERCog or whether they may have already done us. I'm not sure.
culvert or any other
Yeah,
road work that is not under chapter 90.
right.
I'll ask some culvert.
Yeah, but is there, what other, that would be an interesting
Guardrail?
question for him. what other,
Yes,
what other things are not under chapter 90? Usually the only time you do guardrails is if they get destroyed in an accident, and usually I believe the person, the insurance company pays for that. I'm not sure, but
so do you think when we decide what to put on this, it's really, what are you gonna need to come to town meeting?
yeah,
To request, or the
Right.
finance committee and town meeting to
right,
request?
exactly.
That's what should be on.
Yeah.
Okay,
And if
Last
you
one.
put other things on, like the equipment that we were talking about with the fire department, it maybe should be on there, but in a different color or something to indicate that it's not going to be budgeted because it's another source.
yeah. I
But,
don't know if color will work, because then we
Oh.
put these, but maybe, in placed in service, we can just.
somehow we have to put it,
Terminology,
Yeah.
or a column, another column
Yeah.
that designates it as something.
Yeah.
Currently
currently paid for by whatever.
right,
So therefore, in case suddenly the currently paid for isn't available
Yeah.
and they need it, or they need a large amount of it, so it's a large cost. And they come to us for it, we'll not be shocked.
I think things with the schools, like what's gonna percolate up throughout the
Yeah.
year.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
What's gonna go,
It's like-
what's gonna
it's like-
fail?
turn your head, there's something.
yeah, what's happening with that whole business that was going on with the thing that was leaking and then,
Oil tank.
yeah,
Well, it's moving slowly. I mean, hopefully next Wednesday we'll get the contaminated soil. There's a,
they still haven't taken it away.
Yeah, it was in Haley's Friday.
No, I didn't read this last.
Yeah, it was in there, she said they're coming to get it.
Good.
so, they have their boreholes drilled for doing the testing, long-term testing, like they did doing at the fire department. See, and so we're still waiting to see what
Yeah.
they determine. If
Well, that
that's,
comes in Berkshire too, right? Because one of the things, Ellen, I know you know this, and I know we talked about, AJ updated us at the
Yeah,
finance committee.
yeah.
Everything is predicated on the parking lot, because everything's
Yeah.
affected by the parking
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
So even though the parking lot is not a priority, the design.
this is what I've been saying
Yeah,
for the past year.
right.
Like, I'm glad that AJ gets it. It really was a big deal. I have a meeting on the 6th. We're gonna do a procurement meeting with Michael DeCara and Haley and Frank, and we're gonna talk about these next steps about the ground source heat pump, moving away from that oil. And then
Getting rid of the tank.
getting rid of it, if it is, I met with a guy today, Zach from Department of Energy, Massachusetts, I believe. And yeah, we talked about a lot of stuff, lighting in the parking lot, the lighting issues in the parking lot. And, there's also air source heat pumps. And with this, he was saying that with a school that size, that you could get away with an air source.
Oh, really?
The
That's what I used to know. That's what I.
Yeah. So that's something that, but the idea is to get this an energy assessment. I think that's what the bill.
Yeah, there's a grant, like 50 grand or. 100.
Yeah, that's what Frank's gonna like.
Do you remember how big that grant is?
I think it's about that. Those.
50,000.
So I think that's the idea, is to get this energy assessment of all the buildings, figure this and do the smartest thing, but to get away from that oil, get away from.
Now,
Get
what-
Yes,
And then there's the water suppression tank that needs to get.
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
For the fire department.
yeah, right.
And just be aware that there's money out there for the heat pump.
Mhm.
That's
Big money.
what we're talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
Not just the grant, there's two grants. There's a
Yeah.
grant for the study,
And
the
then,
analysis.
and then there's another grant, a big grant, yeah.
Whatever we conclude, there might be 90, 80, 100, I don't know, % of it covered
And
by next.
so repaving of the driveway gets paid for that way,
Yeah.
because you're putting the 30 boreholes underneath the parking lot.
Oh, that's
Really be like,
oh, I like the way you think. Oh, that's awesome.
Now,
So that's.
What
we're talking
about-
Wow, that's.
in installing any new change in heating or what have you.
Well, that's. part of it.
What,
And
no,
system
no, I'm just
management.
sitting here thinking about the changes that, first of all, what would have to be done to the building, the current building to do it.
Yeah.
And that could be a lot.
Well, that's part of the grant, that would be
Yeah.
part of
It's, it's a boiler system now, right?
boiler
Yeah.
system. It's got ductwork, so it wouldn't be that big of a change.
All that infrastructure is in the building.
The
Yeah.
ductwork is out there,
But that's what I was thinking, how are you gonna get rid of it if you're gonna get
You're
rid
not
of
even
it?
gonna use it.
Oh, you're gonna
You're gonna,
use it, okay.
think of it as replacing the boiler with a new system.
Oh, okay,
And
okay,
it
so
still connects.
it
It's
still
like,
connects to the existing.
I have forced hot air.
Yeah.
Pump.
Yeah.
We took out the old furnace, we put in the new furnace.
Yeah.
The heat pump, it's also got propane, but all my ductwork, all that was nothing
Ah.
changed there.
Okay,
So it was
because
like.
my concern was, uh-oh.
Yeah.
We started playing that.
The
arena.
one big
Well, you're
worry,
probably right, I'm sure there'll be something.
yeah, the one big worry about the ground source heat pump, he said, was that that the school doesn't run in the summertime. So you're not running the AC in the summer, so you're not pumping the air down into the ground to store it for the winter. And so that could be, now it's like, well, we can freaking run it down. We could do that.
That's okay with that, I mean, he's sitting there every day, it's sweltering.
Have any kind of summer programs for children on 766 or anything like
We
that?
used to be, we talked about it today. The issue is you have to have an on-site nurse.
Oh,
And they
yeah,
can't find that's very, very, it's prohibitively expensive
yeah.
to have an on-site nurse, but you need that.
Okay.
You have kids with diabetes,
Yeah.
We can't afford
No.
to pay a nurse salary.
But my kids used to do that. I mean, that was up to a couple of years ago. They stopped doing it. It was a great thing to have,
Yeah.
it's a little
For parents of
kid
work.
care.
and everything
It
else.
was
Yeah.
766.
It was a summer
No.
program.
Right,
They had it
no,
like-
summer program.
But I was thinking more in terms of children who have to have year round.
They do
Sure.
have IEP, kids with IEPs are there during the summer. Yes.
Bingo, they use it.
Yeah,
They use it. They do use it.
well, I mean, that's the whole point of the survey, right? We're gonna find out a lot.
Yeah,
We got experts, consultants, just like we do for the parking lot.
That's the idea. That's the idea, is to get these guys in and get that assessment. That's what all of this work this past year has been like,
Right.
parking lot assessment, buildings assessment.
Big projects.
Yeah.
So do you know what the life of the boiler is? The existing boiler? I mean, is anybody telling us you're lucky if you get 5 years out of it?
No, that boiler will last. Probably the boiler itself is great, is a great boiler. I remember when I came in, Bob was like,
yeah.
told me it was a great system. What's been failing are the valves. Because of the water that was introduced into the system. And so it's going in and the valves are failing. Before it even gets to the boiler.
Before it gets to the boiler.
Yeah.
But they're failing. How hard is it to replace valves? I realize.
They've been replacing, that was the $34,000.
Okay.
Got last May.
So you're telling me the heating system's in good shape then?
That it's in good shape.
Yeah, we have new valves.
It should be, we got away from Jamrock. So we're not using Jamrock anymore.
Yeah.
So we're hoping that Royal Steam is
You guys are
giving-
happy with them so far?
so far so good. We're hoping that
Good.
they're steering us in the right direction and they're, diagnosing the problem. That's what Jamrock wasn't doing.
Mhm,
They were
right.
just fixing the valves and they weren't going, where's that water coming from?
Okay,
Why is that water in the system?
That must be frustrating.
yeah, okay. So
So,
it looks
yeah.
like we have even planned future work, so we've already handled the next line on my agenda. Because you're already going to send it to us and we're going to discuss it at the
Yeah.
next meeting. So let's set up a next meeting.
Oh, one thing about that too, I'm gonna send two. I'm gonna send the old one, the one.
Yeah,
that I
please.
gave To the,
Yeah,
that was distributed to the community.
yeah,
You guys might.
which is this one.
We all should have it.
Yeah,
In case one of us gets a phone call
I'm
from,
telling you.
and then, and it's also a point of reference when you look at what I've started with the new one.
okay, now you all have July vacations scheduled, as I recall.
I'm good in July.
Yeah, you were good, but there,
Late July, I'll be around.
yeah, I think that's, yeah, when do you get back from?
18th, 19th.
Oh, I don't get back until, oh dear, till the 25th, it looks like. Is that right? That looks like it's an awfully long vacation. Wait a minute. No, okay. Ooh, I'm not, okay, the week of the 25th or 27th rather, I am available Monday, the 27th and Wednesday, the 28th and Thursday, the 29th. And then I'm gone for a week.
Can we meet sooner than that?
That could be a problem for people.
Oh,
I mean, what?
Well, sooner than that,
the first week's gonna be tough for me, actually.
yeah, well, that's why I was trying to arrange it, based on what you all told me. I mean, I'm available like a lot of the beginning of the month, but I know that you all aren't.
I'm available anytime from the sixth to the tenth. I'm really available anywhere from the sixth to the 31st. I don't really have.
But I think somebody else wasn't, if I,
I'm not available the 11th to the 18th, 19th.
so 6th to the 10th. How about you? Are you 6th to the 10th?
Is fine.
Okay, well, we could do, let me look at
Or
what
is that enough time to like go through? I mean, I'm not gonna have anything new by the 10th, but
No, I think, yeah, I don't know.
yeah, the 8th is out for me. That's
What would we
Wednesday.
do? I mean, we'd give, I would give, right,
yeah.
that's about the only thing.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have some information from the highway chief by then, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
So
I'm-
what do you think you can accomplish?
Well, like I said, I have this meeting on the 6th with Haley.
And then you're out the following week.
But I would, yeah, that's gonna inform give me some information that I'm gonna meet with Ann and we're gonna. Yeah, so we'll have more information on what's it, but our capital planning list, like, I'm not gonna know, like, from the kitchen, what, when the
Yeah.
stoves, when the stove's gonna be replaced by the 10th, you know what I mean?
How much does a stove cost? Yeah, I guess
Exactly.
kitchens, they do cost a lot
Exactly.
in a commercial kitchen.
Yeah,
How about the week of the 20th to the 24th?
okay, wait a minute.
Buys us a little time.
Let me look. I'm gone.
I just know things are gonna get away from us. The next thing we know, it's gonna be October.
Yeah, I know, that's what,
November.
actually, August
Yeah.
August is in some respects better than,
Well, I'm okay I'm free in August too. I really don't.
August is near to me. I can do early August.
well, I'm just trying to make it so that it. Okay, let's see, when am I home back? Right now, my life is in a chaos. My husband just came down with yeah. Sciatica,
Oh, man.
very badly. So I've already canceled 2 vacations. Because he can't move. So I don't know, I'm praying. We've got a couple more coming up and I'm really worried that we're not gonna be able to do those either, but at this point, I don't know. So I would be back on the 8th, so I'd be available like Monday, the 10th.
Can we do it Wednesday?
No, I can't do that. The second Wednesday, I cannot do it. I have a meeting,
Second Wednesday, the 12th,
yeah, I have a meeting.
we can. The 13th?
Let me look at that. What's this one say? Meeting newly. Wait, game. No, I've been asked to participate in something that night. Unfortunately, so I don't want to travel to Bridgewater to do it, but it's a friend.
What about the week before?
No, that's when I'm in Scotland. If
Oh, the
things go
11th.
right,
11th, Tuesday.
it's 40, if there's 90 of us going to Scotland.
Well, the only Tuesdays make me nervous because I can never tell you when finance committee meeting.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
We're meeting the 30th, the 14th, the 28th. The 4th might work. The 11th would not, if we stick on the schedule we're on now.
The 4th would work.
Yes.
Okay, 8/4 at 5:30.
Let's do it.
Okay. Plan that.
Hope I don't eat my words.
Yeah, because that is something that I'm not, that's one week that I'm not scheduled for anything. Yeah, it's been an awful 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. My wife had sciatic nerve pain last year and it was terrifying.
Oh, it is terrifying.
So bad.
Yeah.
She could not sleep.
Yeah, you can't move every time you move.
Yeah.
God, it was so scary.
Well, you couldn't walk. Okay, so we set that, do I have a motion to adjourn? We're 2 minutes late.
I'll make a motion that we adjourn.
Second that.
Okay. Any discussion? Okay, all those in favor?
I want to stay.
Yeah, right. Okay,
Thank you.
yeah, goodbye.